tonight, the U.S. and South Korea are extending their joint military drills as the countries respond to the failed test launch of an intercontinental ballistic missile from North Korea. The drills, known as the Vigilant Storm, were supposed to end today. South Korea's military also deployed 80 fighter jets after its military detected 180 North Korean military aircraft in several places along the border. This comes as a group of countries backed by the U.S. are requesting a UN Security Council meeting to address the recent uptick in missile launches from North Korea. So CBS News contributor Isaac Stonefish is here with us to talk a little bit more about this. He is the founder and CEO of Strategy Risk, a research firm focused on China. Really glad you are here because I think now, for several days now, we've been hearing North Korea has launched missiles. South Korea and the U.S. has responded with their drills, and it's starting to sound like a broken record. But I wonder why this is happening now.
Pyongyang has always been very strategic with its timing. It's right before the midterms. It's right after a very significant Chinese Party Congress. And it's right after a major domestic tragedy in South Korea where more than 150 people died. So they seem to think that this timing is a good time for maximum impact. The other country that they often address is Russia, and it's a very crucial part of Russia's war with Ukraine. So they seem to be doing this in a very strategic fashion.
When you say North Korea is a very crucial part, what do you mean?
I said that Russia, it's a very crucial part of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and North Korea's relationship with Russia is growing closer and closer. We're also seeing North Korea seemingly as a potentially very important supplier of weapons to Russia.
Right.
The two countries do share a border, and North Korea does have massive conventional weapons stockpiles that Russia appears to somewhat desperately need.
Right. So here's North Korea saying, look at what we have, in a way. So what are we to make of how the U.S. and South Korea have been responding to this, though? It appears to be sort of a tit-for-tat situation, which I think, it's never going to end then.
And I think they're fine with it not ending. I think the idea that both the United States and South Korea have long had is we can outlast North Korea. And presidents since Harry Truman have been thinking that that's going to happen, and it hasn't happened. And North Korea keeps going and going. But I still think the U.S. and South Korea feel, okay, we're going to respond strongly. We're not going to let them dominate the narrative. We're going to push back. But ideally, they will at some point fall apart, and we won't have to deal with North Korea. That does seem to be the strategic thinking.
Isn't the biggest risk, though, a miscalculation when you have all of this stuff happening? When we learned about a missile that sort of launched very close to a South Korean island earlier this week, I thought, were they doing that on purpose, or was it a mistake? And if it was a mistake, what other mistakes could happen?
I think when we step back and look at it from a geopolitical perspective, it's also a great excuse for the U.S., South Korea, and Japan to increase their military presence around China. And a lot of what they say they're doing because of North Korea, they're doing because of China. And the question about should South Korea become nuclear, should Japan become nuclear, that has far larger implications for relations with China than it does with North Korea.
Can you tell me a little bit more about the current South Korean administration? Different than the last one.
Different than the last one, trying to appear a lot more hawkish, a lot stronger towards the North Korean regime. It's far less likely for there to be rapprochement, meetings between the two leaders. But South Korean presidents switch out very regularly. North Korean leaders don't. So this is the next couple of years, and then feels like we'll come back and we'll have a more liberal South Korean leader who will then be willing to meet with Kim Jong-un, and the cycle will replicate itself.
It really is a cycle repeating itself. It's so true. Isaac Stonefish, it's always great having you here to give us context. Thank you.
Thank you.